I wanted to show you how to make a free Canva website, so I logged into Canva and went to the search bar and clicked Canva templates and then typed tech website. I chose a random template and started editing and making it feel like a real website. But then I realized I really didn't like it. I thought it was super ugly and I didn't feel connected to it in any way, so I deleted it. So then I thought, what if I just made a website about myself and this YouTube channel? So I went to my desktop and started thinking about what the website would look like. I should probably include my face, maybe somewhere on the left, and then I'll have a big call to action for people who want to go to my YouTube channel, and then some text describing what I'm about, and at the bottom there'll be a contact section. I thought that was fine, so I took a screenshot. And again I logged into Canva and went to the search bar and clicked Canva templates. This was a website about a YouTuber, so I typed in YouTube website and started looking at what's available. Most of them are only available with the paid Canva, but I found one that wasn't, so I clicked on it. It only had one page though. I didn't like that, so I went back and searched for coffee websites to see if I'll get some better results. I found one and started editing. But then I realized, since I just want the website to be simple, why not just make it myself? So I went back to home and deleted the templates I opened. And then clicked create a design and click the website. I started with a blank canvas and started looking at my screenshot. Firstly, I needed a button, so in the elements menu, I found one and put it in the position that I wanted. Next, I needed my face, so I went to uploads and clicked upload an image and started dragging it around to match my screenshot. I thought since half of my body was missing, it might look more natural if the image was connected to the bottom of the page. I wanted to check what this would look like on mobile, so I clicked preview, and it doesn't look great, but I don't mind it either. Next, I added some text, and instead of putting it under, I decided to put the text on top since there was so much open space. I found a decent font and then added a background effect to make the text stand out more. I also changed the background color of the page to make it less bright. And I changed the corner rounding of the button to make it look more like a button. And added some text to it. I also added a border, again trying to make it look more like a button. I wanted to add more text, so I moved the button down and clicked duplicate on the current text. I started messing around with the button size until I liked the way it looked. Then I started looking for an effect I could add to the background to make it a bit less plain. But I didn't like the option, so I thought maybe I should add another button that links to my existing websites for people to click on if they were curious. I changed the color to make sure it was clear these buttons do two different things. I was still wanting the page to look a bit less plain, so I went to the stickers and found an arrow sticker that I really liked. I shrunk it down and made it point at the buttons by changing the rotation. Next, I added another section and made it a different color. At this point, I felt like two buttons was adding too much complexity, so I got rid of the home button. I tried adding it back though and making it look a bit less overwhelming, but I still decided to remove it because I want this website to be basic. I then made the YouTube button bigger. I wanted to add an icon that pointed down, showing people that they could keep scrolling, but all of the ones on Canva required the paid plan. So I tried making one myself by copying some text and using it as a symbol. I quickly realized that I didn't like the way the V looked, so I changed it to a bracket. I added another one and made it a bit smaller, and added some small text next to it, telling people they can scroll. In the next section, I wanted to add a video, so I went to YouTube and copied a video, and to paste it in Canva I used Ctrl V and then started dragging it around to a position that I liked. I also added some text describing the video. At this point, my design was looking very different to the drawing that I made, but I thought that's okay, and just kept going. I decided I also wanted to add some outro text at the bottom of the page, and I added another section for where I would put my contact information, and I made the color match the first section. But before continuing with that, I decided I wanted the YouTube button to be red, so I changed it. I scrolled down and realized I didn't like the gray in the final section, so I changed it and instead started changing the color of the background effect of the text. And I wanted some more text on the top to greet people when they visited the site, so I added welcome. And I wondered if I could make my welcome a bit more interesting, so I searched for an element that might make that possible, but I didn't find one that I liked. I made the normal welcome text bigger to try and get that effect, but I really didn't like it, so I just took it out and instead made it say Lance MVN to match the name of my brand, and then scrolled down to the last section and added some text for my contact information. But I felt like this website didn't need contact information since it was just about YouTube, so I changed the text to say thank you instead for people to read at the end of the site. And I then started tidying up some of the positioning of the elements. In the end, I decided I didn't want the final section, so I deleted it and dragged the thank you text into the second section. I also removed the background effect because this wasn't part of the main message of the website. I did the same to the name of the brand. And then I went ahead and changed the font again, also to make it more consistent with Lance MVN. The Lance MVN text just wasn't looking good to me, so I added back the background effect to test what I thought about it. In the second section, I decided to make the color a bit darker to make this website a bit less colorful. I like that color, so I changed the background effect of all of the text to that too. At this point, I thought of using more arrows throughout the site to make it a bit more consistent. I made them small since I didn't want them to be the focus of attention. And I finally decided what I wanted the first text on the website to say. I am Matthew. In an effort to get more of the white drawing style on the website, I wanted to add a circle around the first text. To me, it wasn't looking right though. I thought, what if I changed all the white to red? What would that look like? So I did it. But then I felt like there was just way too much going on, so I took out the red. I thought it might be more consistent to match the first text to the smaller size and then add the circle around it. I liked the way that looked. Then I made a smiley face at the end of the side next to the thank you text. And I made the main sentences bold so they stood out more. And I liked the way it looked in the preview. All I needed to do was add the link to my YouTube channel. So I went and copied it and then clicked on the text on the button and clicked the 3 dots and then linked to my channel. I didn't like the underline, so I removed it. I also added my channel link to the rest of the button. At this point I was happy with the way that everything looked, but it was a bit short. So I increased the length of the second section and tried adding another button that would go to my main website. But again, I thought it was too much, so I removed it. Now I wanted to publish my site so that I can see how it looks live. So I clicked publish website in the top right and looked at the options. I wanted to see more, so I clicked publish settings. In the website description, which would be displayed in browser, I just decided to copy my main text and then paste it. Then I decided to edit the favicon by clicking edit and then choosing an image. I clicked back and then typed in what I wanted my website URL to be, which was Lance MVN. Just before I clicked publish, I realized I didn't check the preview of the website in mobile, so I clicked in some blank space to close the menu and then clicked on preview to check it out. It didn't look great, but I thought it didn't look terrible either, so I decided I was fine with it. When I went back to the publish website section, I saw that I needed to add everything again, so I did it. Then I clicked publish website. I started testing my links immediately and they worked well. I was happy, so I started adding my website URL to my media accounts. Then I went back to the editor. At this point I realized I haven't given my website a title yet, so it defaulted to one of the first sentences. To make sure, I went to the live website again, and this was definitely a problem for me, so I went back to the editor and added a title for my website and then published again. If you want to see this website yourself, you can click the link in the description. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.